Your first moose encounter. Well, that'll definitely be a memory you'll never want to forget. These giant creatures can be quite intimidating with their impressive bodies and strong legs. Even the most adventurous of us can suddenly feel small and vulnerable when coming face to face with one. After a long hibernation, moose are back in town and have been spotted in northeastern New York. Although they're still a rare sight, these majestic creatures can now be seen more often strolling around the area and adding a bit of wild beauty to the cityscape. The moose is the biggest deer around. Even adult males can weigh up to a whopping 1,400 pounds and reach 6 feet tall at the shoulder. The legs of the species are a bit smaller, but no less majestic. Those majestic-looking beasts, moose have a body that looks like it's been carrying a large backpack. They have heads that look almost like horses, and what's even cooler is they have this extra skin flap hanging beneath their chin, referred to as the bell. All moose also come equipped with specially designed long front legs so they can jump tall things in a single bound. Moose come in a variety of colors, ranging from the light brown of milk chocolate to the dusty black of licorice. The bulls typically have darker faces, while the cows usually have lighter ones. Despite having terrible vision, these majestic creatures make up for it with their well-developed sense of smell and hearing, which helps alert them to any potential danger that may lurk nearby. Even though they may not be the most graceful of creatures, moose are pretty speedy. They can cover a lot of ground in the forest without making much noise, reaching speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. Plus, these furry friends are great swimmers too. They boat through the water for miles in no time. When it comes to pesky flies and mosquitoes, moose have the unique ability to submerge themselves or roll around in mud for a quick insect proofing. Throughout different seasons, you can find moose living in mixed conifer and hardwood forests, brush, beaver flows, and other wetland habitats, making them quite the versatile creature. Moose, being the smart creatures they are, know exactly where to go for the best possible living conditions. Lush, green areas with plenty of food and close proximity to bodies of water. With cows, moose always make sure they're near a water source for easy escapes. Even during winter when it's cold, you'll see several moose huddling together in the same area to make it through the season. Moose are browsers and are well known for their huge appetites. They'll snack on leaves, twigs, buds, basically any type of vegetation they can find. But if they had the chance to pick their favorite meal, willows, birches, aspens, maples, fir, and viburnums would all make the menu. Recent logging or fires, wind or beaver activity can actually be a blessing in disguise for moose. These areas are the perfect habitat, filled with young and tasty plants. And do you know how much a healthy adult moose can eat daily? Up to an incredible 60 pounds. You might not know this, but moose lack incisors and consume bark and vegetation by tearing it off. Plus, these majestic creatures need their daily intake of salt to survive, which they get mainly from aquatic plants during the summer months. When the temperature drops, moose scour the highways for salty stockpiles to satisfy their cravings. But don't worry about them reproducing too quickly. It's a time-consuming process. During courtship season, bulls will dig pits in the mud and then mark it with urine to let others know that this is their territory. Bulls and cows are sure to be rolling around in the mud puddles soon. While it's usually only older bulls that are ready to breed, the younger cows can start by 2 or 3 years old. After a long 8 months of waiting, these mama cows will give birth to 1 or 2 little cows in springtime. Healthy, well-fed cows often give birth to twins. The cows are usually a reddish-brown color, weighing in at around 25 to 35 pounds. Come fall, they'll probably be closer to 300 to 400 pounds. And talk about fast learning. They can stand up on their first day and even swim in just a couple of weeks. Moose may be cute, but they don't hang around with their moms for long. By the time they're a year old, it's time to find their own place in the world. But before that happens, they get to wear some cool antlers during the summer months. It's like a fun goodbye present from mom before they go off on their own adventures. Antlers are like the crown jewels of a regal stag. Thanks to the blood vessels covered in velvet, these horns can reach amazing sizes. By summer's end, the velvet is gone and you're left with flat antlers that can weigh up to 25 to 30 pounds and stretch 4 to 5 feet across. Talk about impressive. Antler size isn't exactly an accurate way to guess a moose's age. Usually, 5-year-olds have the largest antlers, and they tend to get smaller as they mature. Moose use their antlers for all sorts of things like brushing away vegetation, intimidating other males, or even pulling up tasty snacks from the bottom of ponds. Moose and humans usually don't mix, as moose can be quite unpredictable and potentially dangerous. Mothers with cows are especially protective of their young, and bull moose rutting can be downright scary. They'll charge anything that gets in their way, including cars, farm animals, and even people. If you see a moose, it's best to just admire it from afar and keep your distance. After all, when it comes to size and speed, they'll beat any of us in a race. Plus, they don't give you much time to run if they feel threatened. Moose are sneaky and hard to spot, but if you keep an eye out, there are a few things that might give them away. Tracks that look like they were made by humans, giant moose droppings, trees that have been snacked on from 6 to 8 feet high. Adult moose are quite large and strong, so luckily, they don't have many predators. But hey, if you're a youngster, injured, or unwell, watch out for those black bears and coyotes. Moose regularly come to an untimely end due to cars, unfortunate accidents in the wild, disease, starvation, and plain old age. But who can blame them? It's not easy living life as a moose. Well, folks, that's a wrap. If you liked the video, make sure to give it some love with those likes, shares, and subscribes. And now it's time to say goodbye. Until next time, that is, thanks for tuning in and have a lovely day.